all your lines, you want to make a freehand circle here as best you can, touching all the points. Try to make it smooth. And this line represents what they thought was the orbit of the sun going around the Earth. But later on, as times changed, they thought maybe that the Earth wasn't in the center, that the Earth was moving, and that the sun was at the center. And that idea of changing it from the Earth to the center to the sun from the center completely flips everything around. So what that does is it completely changes our view of space, and it makes us flip this around like this. Okay? And now this will be 0 degrees on your right, and this will be 180 degrees on your left in our celestial sky. And then the very top will be 90 degrees, and the bottom will be 270 degrees. So you can draw all those axes on your paper like this. And so when you're looking at your paper, March 21st is on the left edge. And then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to plot the position of Mars. So when you're standing on Earth, Earth is traveling around the sun. Mars is also traveling around the sun. And if you look up in the sky, you can see it in a background of stars at a certain angle. So back in 1580, on March 21st, they looked up in the sky and they saw Mars at an angle of 147 degrees. So March 21st is right here. And remember now, we're not standing in the center. This is where the sun is. We're standing on Earth, which would be orbiting around the sun. So we're standing right here, and we look up at the sky at an angle of 147 degrees, and we will see there's 140, 40, 145, 6, 7. So if we look up in the sky like that, at that angle we would see Mars. Now we're not sure how far away Mars is, but that doesn't really matter because we know that that's the angle we're looking at. So we just draw a line, and we don't care about how long it is. We're just looking off into space at that angle. Then we're moving around, Mars is moving around. So almost 2 years later, we look back up in the sky on February 5th, and we see that it's at an angle of 197 degrees, and we see Mars again. So the problem is with our map that we've made so far, we have February 2nd, but we don't have February 5th. And every single day represents 1 degree. So we just have to move over 3 more days or 3 more degrees to get to February 5th. So all you have to do is go back to the beginning, put your protractor on here, take the time to line everything up nice, and count over 3 clicks or 3 days, 1, 2, 3, make a little mark. And then if you take your ruler and extend that, you'll see where that ends up on the orbit. So you go from the very center, and it would be right there. So every day we would go 1 more degree around the circle. So now we're on February 5th. And on February 5th, the angle that we would look into the sky is 197 degrees. So we know that we go around from 0 to 180. So to get to 197, we'd have to go past 180. So we can flip our protractor over like this, and we would have to go like horizontally would be 180. So we have to go 17 more degrees from that. So there's 10, 15, 16, 17. Make a little dot. And then we draw a line from February 5th to that spot. Draw actually on the paper. And where they cross would be your first point.